This is Feature Mine, so this is the season where a lot of people are celebrating holidays, and it starts around Halloween pretty much. I mean, from Halloween until Easter, there's a series of holidays that comes up, and according to my research, pretty much all of these holidays are pagan, and they are very ancient holidays that people used to celebrate tracing back to the Babylonian times in Rome and times like that. So when it comes to Halloween, we already know that is a harvest festival. Halloween is something that you can just see is definitely rooted in paganism and the traditions involved. So with the pumpkin and all that, you can tell you're dealing with some spiritual stuff right there. Then Thanksgiving, most people think that's just a normal holiday to gather around and have dinner and stuff with your family and loved ones, but really that is a actually a harvest festival as well, and it traces back to ancient times. And so it's also a holiday to practice gluttony and stuff like that. And so there's deep roots and dark roots when it comes to Thanksgiving, and there's ancient stories about what happened, why they are celebrating. There might be some massacres involved in that whole holiday. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look into when it comes to Thanksgiving as well. Plus with the turkey tradition and all that, it's definitely something to do with the harvest and the end of the season to bring in the winter. And then during the winter, you got Christmas on the winter solstice. So it's really a winter solstice holiday. It has nothing to do with the Messiah, as people want to believe. A lot of Christians celebrate Christmas as a Christian holiday, but that was just because the Romans decided to introduce pagan holidays into Christianity when they were in charge of it. And what the Romans started, I go into great detail in my other videos, and they basically had a big part in the modern day organized religion. Even though the Protestants branched off from the Roman Catholics, there's really a lot of paganism involved in a lot of modern day Christianity as well, including the Protestant organized religions. So it's something to understand, and don't just blindly follow along with all these holidays and stuff. So, I mean, it's up to you really, but there is darker meanings behind these holidays. That's just really what I want to get across. And the way they make Christmas about the Messiah is just weird because, I mean, according to researchers, the Messiah wasn't even born on December 25th. They suspect he might have been born in September or something, but it's not even clear when he was born, and that wasn't even a main focus in the Bible about when the Messiah was born. I mean, as far as the specific date, is concerned. So, also, Christmas ushers in the New Year's, and New Year's seems pretty innocent, but when you look into it, there's most likely a lot of things you're gonna find with New Year's. So, I would suspect that has something to do with the Roman Gregorian calendar related issues, maybe. Because, I mean, when it comes to New Year's, it just seems like they're just celebrating in the beginning of the year, the first day of the year. But I'm sure this is also related and connected to all the other holidays. It actually seems like it's one big holiday. And then I forgot about Christmas. I mean, that's even, I believe I read somewhere that has something to do with a holiday called Saturnalia or something. So yeah, when it comes down to it, a lot of these festivals were multiple days anyway. So it didn't just end, you know, after one day. So even with Christmas, they say what was it, 12 days of Christmas or something. So yeah, it definitely looks like these holidays are all connected and lead into these other holidays. So the New Year's, like I said, it's probably something to do with the Roman calendar. And then that leads into eventually you have Easter. And that's when it seems like all of the holidays pretty much stop after Easter. You do have the July 4th and stuff, but that seems to be more like an American holiday, not necessarily rooted in an ancient pagan practice. I mean, it's possible it could have something to do with the midsummer or something, but I'm not really sure about, like I said, New Year's and July 4th and stuff, if those have any real ancient roots. But I would suspect definitely New Year's is related to pagan roots. And so, like I said, it all ends with Easter. And this, again, is something where Christians take it on as a holiday to do with Jesus. And also, what was before that? Wasn't it Valentine's Day? So you got Valentine's Day and then Easter right around the same time. So there definitely seems to be some connection there. But with Easter, for sure, I mean, I know that has to do with some pagan goddess named Ishtar or something. So Easter has been associated with the Messiah once again. And then you can find out that, well, actually, it looks like there's associations with a pagan holiday as well. So which one is it? Is it a pagan ritual or is it something to do with the Messiah? Same like Christmas. So when it comes down to it, I would suspect any church or religious organization that professes the Christian faith that is practicing these holidays, I would be very suspect of these outlets. I mean, how is these religions practicing these pagan holidays with all the information available to us, and how are the followers going along with it? It's like no one's paying attention or something. It's like, is anyone out there paying attention to this stuff? Why in this time when you have access to all this information? Like I said, if I had more time, I could sit there and actually do a deep dive on these holidays, but I don't even think we need to get into all that right now in this video anyways. I just wanted to summarize, my brief knowledge on some of these things. And, if this channel wasn't being so censored and hidden from the general public, I would have the finances and time and effort. I would be able to put in effort to actually, I would have been able to make each one of these holidays and go into details about why they're pagan. But at least I get a chance to come on here still and talk with you guys and at least address some knowledge that I'm aware of that I might not have had the time to deeply dive into, but I still know a lot of this stuff because I've done research before on this stuff. So I would just suspect any church participating in this stuff should have done their homework, because they're the ones that have congregations and they have, church members or whatever you want to call them. And really the name church itself, I mean, I've done research on that name in itself, and there's just some very suspicious things when it comes to it. And so when it comes down to it, though, I don't think that pastors or any religious leaders should just be practicing these holidays. It's just weird. And then when it comes to society as a whole, why is society practicing these pagan holidays? Does that prove that there's something deeper going on, or is these holidays just, based on what they try to make it appear? These commercial holidays just seem to be, they appear to be just some innocent things and innocent holidays to gather around. But really, what does holiday even mean? Does it mean holy day? Is it their holy day? Because it definitely doesn't seem to be a Christian holy day, according to my research. So whose holy day is it? And why are we calling it that? So these all seem to be deeper than, plus, like I said, I know for a fact, I looked into a lot of these holidays before, and they do trace back to ancient times before America, a lot of these holidays. So what is really going on here with us still practicing these things? Does that mean there's something sinister going on in this world that most people in the general public just aren't aware of or bothering to even look into? In these churches, like I said, so it's not only the, society as a whole is practicing these things, but also the fact that churches are practicing these things as well. It's just, and then the general public, it's kind of weird when you start to really look at it. And what's with all this root in paganism and worship to deities? So you're like unknowingly worshiping deities when you participate in these holidays. It seems like it's like they're tricking you into participating in a pagan ritual. The act of everybody doing the same thing without even thinking about it, just blindly, putting up a Christmas tree and decorating it and putting presents under it, and with the turkey and with all these holidays. They just have all these practices around them. Valentine's Day, the day of love, and it's like a fertility ritual or something, it seems like, and that falls into Easter, which makes sense. And then with Easter, with the bunny and the eggs, yeah, it's definitely a fertility, and it seems connected to Valentine's Day, if you ask me. I mean, and then with the harvest festival stuff, like, you got Halloween, right when that has something to do with the harvest. So, I mean, who's practicing that stuff now, though? It's 2024. Why is the whole world practicing these things? And who are we appeasing? And some of these things, like I said, the winter solstice, that's like a sun ritual. And yeah, it's all weird. It all seems to do with the seasons, though. And they say 'tis the season. So when it comes down to it, these are some type of seasonal rituals, and it has to do with the sun, you know, going away. And well, it gets cold, definitely, in most of the world, I guess. I mean, definitely America. During the holidays, it's like the time when they're saying, the sun's supposed to be the furthest away, and until it comes back, they're celebrating all of these holidays. And it's like they're begging the sun to come back or something. Is that what this is all about, or what really is going on here? There's probably much deeper meanings behind these holidays than even you can research. I'm sure the secret societies know much more about what's really going on with these holidays. So yeah, I just wanted to throw this out there for you all so you can think about it and brainstorm on it and stuff like that. I'll leave links if you want to do more research with me on similar subjects. I'm also going to leave links to my other channels, my social media, my Feature Mind store, my free email newsletters, and much more. If you would like to support this channel, please donate as little as $1 to help keep this channel online by becoming a YouTube member or a monthly Patreon. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get at least 100 likes on this video. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.